Good after morning. Please like and subscribe. Um, I keep changing my ideas of what I want to do with this thing. I made this today, just, and I think that'll be good if I do the same on this side. Then I can put a plate on there. So let's take a look over at the truck. So I fabbed this up. I put this in, and I use one of my dies. I don't know what type of die it is, but I managed to force that corner in like that. And then I just took this over to my anvil to this piece that I made. But if you look at how that sits on there, that's what I want. And then I can get something that mounts on here, maybe out of aluminum, thicker, 3/8 quarter-inch aluminum. That'll say 41 Supercab. And I can just pop rivet it on both ends. So I think I'm going to do that because that looks good. And this will be square cut right across there. I'll fill that in. So let me show you how we do that. So here we are at the bead roller. I've got this bead set in there. It's for bending over, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a 1 inch, or I think it was 3/4 inch actually, on here, and then I'll show you exactly. So I took my square and I just put a 1 inch mark on there. So we're going to start at that line. We'll keep going through and bringing it down. Then I should get that little step. It's a tight step. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. I did a whole video before this one and I didn't have my mic on, so it's useless, so it got recycled. Here we go. We'll try to go nice and slow because we don't want to wander around. And this piece is extra long. And because I have trouble with the getting the dimension this way, I'm going to make 2 of them and just weld them in the middle. Who cares? I can do that easy enough. Because it seems with all this bending and changes all the dimensions all over the place. Probably because I'm a rookie. You know, rookies. There we go. It's hardly showing anything. I don't know if you can see it. Just a little tiny bit. So we'll crank it again. Gotta remember, this thing's got a throttle. I have to back off. If I go too fast, it'll end up wandering somewhere. I didn't crank it. I just did it twice. Now get it started, and then we'll crank it half a turn. Seems to be following that pretty good. Another half a turn. So now I'm starting to see a little step. That's what I want, just a little step. Little tiny step. It's a good machine. I bought some dies for it though, from the same company to do stuff. And this one here, it rattles. I don't know what's going on. I gotta ask them. It's probably some for a bigger machine if there is such a thing. I don't know. Or it could be my not knowing how things work. Come on, baby. There we go. I imagine this would really pinch your finger if you really let it. Okay. See that step? That's pretty cool. We're going to go a little bit more. Leave it at the same setting. I push with my belly to get started. Because there's a lot of pressure on there. You see the head going up and down. You probably didn't see that. Yeah, you did see that. The bottom came loose. Oh, I don't know how that happens. Probably because somebody didn't tighten it properly. That's what I think. Had to be that reason. Now it's tight. This one was tight, so that's kind of humorous. Might not work now because it probably, no, it would have gone in, not out. Interesting. We'll find out right now. There we go. I think that's good enough. Look at that taper. So now we're going to take it over to the anvil and straighten this out. It's got a little bit of a belly here. I'll get rid of that too. This is the I made this. This is 2 1-inch round rods weld together. So I'm going to put that in there like that. And start hammering it. That's coming right. I should probably mark where that ends because I don't want to hit in the air. That's where that ends, so I can see that. I'm pushing that seam right into the middle part there. Imagine if I had a nice roller die for that. I don't know. Probably couldn't do this. I don't know. As long as it gets done, it's okay. So now look at that. That's got a nice roll to it. I have to straighten that belly I told you about. I could probably put that through the English wheel too. On my plemishing hammer. That's nice, except it has to be bent around more. So how am I going to do that? Last time I stuck it in the vise and just crinked it. So since it bent so well over that thing I made on the hardy hole there, I thought, why don't I just make something of a smaller diameter, stick it in the vise and hammer it over. It seems to work okay. So here I am doing that. Hopefully you can hear me. weld it. So it's welded. Yeah. So I'm going to take this over to the belt sander and clean off the spatter. I only put a little bit of weld on it because it's just not going anywhere. Here it is. Got a couple of small welds on it. It's going down in this vise here. All right. Okay. So now I'm just going to try to hammer form that. That should work. Okay, so I'll do the same thing and push that into the corner. And just start that hole up here, I think. It's coming. If we do it like this, maybe. Oh, that's better. We basically have to get it so that this and that are in the same line. It's getting there. It's harder than the other one. Okay. That's got it. It's got a little bit of a bow in the plate now, but okay, so now I got it here. So obviously it's too long, but that's what I want to do. Yeah, that looks good. So we will, because my track record is not good with trying to make it in one piece, I'm going to make it in two pieces and weld them together. So let's pause for a second. So here we are at the anvil. I'm going to take this out. Made that. That's a piece of that 1-inch plate to do everything with. So you can make a lot of stuff. Just takes time. Okay, so that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure between those two top and bottom of that fancy piece of metal. I'm going to find the center. I'm just going to stick it in my jump shear, shear it right off, and then I'll do the whole thing again and then shear that off, put the two together. I can't TIG weld it today because I don't have any gas, but that's how I'm going to put it together. That's pretty good. Okay, so there you go. So we'll stop there for now. Here's my second one. I did the first bit of bending on here and then the second on the other piece. Looks like not too bad. Okay. See, it's got a bow in it. And I need a bow, but the other way. Okay, my mic's still on. How about that? So I'll put it in here. Yeah, it's the same as the other one. Pretty good. Just got to shorten it. So we'll do that now. Well, there's the two pieces. Have to be trimmed a little bit to lay it up properly. That'll be like that. And then I'll put my little aluminum nameplate in there. And this will be squared off, or yeah, probably squared off because I have to square off this side. So that's one side. That's not too bad. When I get my TIG working, it'll be awesome.